This is the packaging of Mysterio, and it's the card art. It's the back of the packaging. Going to open this up and continue the review. This is Mysterio out of the packaging. Mysterio comes with the left leg of the Build-A-Figure lizard, which takes 7 parts to complete, and this will have a separate review. First off, Mysterio, there are 2 versions which we'll get to. This has the white head version, but there is also a green head version. The first thing to notice, and it's really nice, is check this out. You see the feet? It has his mist and these 2 green accessory parts. Let's look at it. It's a translucent light green. It has a smoke effect look to it. Even a little bit of it like a snake-like design to some of the mist. And there's indications that it just attaches to the boots, but you can also put it on the hands. This one you could see more clearly a snake design type look to the mist. Translucent plastic, green. You can see right there the feet. And how it goes is you just like place it by the ankle area. And the same thing here. But also with some posing, you could attach it by the hands, by the wrist area, because he shoots the mist out in the comics from the boots or the hands. So you do have some options here, and it really looks nice. And so you get 2 of them, and they're 2 different sculpts. They're not the same. And on to Mysterio. This is an incredibly detailed Mysterio that has the old school look to the character, with the light green gauntlets and boots. This is how Mysterio should look, with that classic look. He has like a grid pattern for his bodysuit sculpting. You see the eyes here by his cape, and just look at the detailing here on the gauntlet area. Check that out. That is some really nice detailing going on here. And you can see some of the detailing on the boot here. The cape attaches to the back here on a peg. I'm going to take this off. Look at this. There's 2 versions. This white head, and there's a green head for the other version. It might be tough to see, trying my best here, but it's a skull with a snake going in the mouth and in the right eye. Now it's kind of odd, because why did they choose that? Because Mysterio is actually just a human face under it. Real name Quentin Beck. Mysterio has a real face underneath the fishbowl, but he's a master of illusion, and this is just like one of his tricks, one of his illusions. He's even had a comic appearance where he's had no head at all, or at least that's what Spider-Man thought. So, master of electronics. He's had robot duplicates in the comics, and so this is just an illusion, supposed to be. And you see this? This is attached to the cape, but if you look close, there is some texturing, sculpting detail here in terms of the cape itself, not just the folds of the cape. And this is smooth in terms of the design, but here's that little texturing on the inner cape, just like the comics. And you can see this. I prefer the white-headed version, and it's more common than the green-headed one, because in the comic books it's supposed to be all white and not seeing any green underneath the helmet. And I guess it's better this way, because if they had shown his human face and gave that under the helmet, it would look too obvious, and this, it kind of like blends in with the fishbowl. Really like this figure. Hasbro did a good job on it. It is just over 6.5 inches tall. As for the articulation, well, this doesn't move, but I'll take this off. The head is on a ball joint, can go to the sides. You got some up and down. Shoulder area, ball jointed, in or out, up or down, swivel biceps, has a double articulation point at the elbow, and the wrists, you can go in, out, and you can't spin it. The left hand, open grip, and the right hand has an open palm-like grip, in, out, can't spin that. Upper torso, good range, swivel waist, the hips on a ball joint, side to side, up and down, swivel thighs, and double knees. At the calf, by the boot top, an articulation point, and the ankles in a ball joint, up, down, to the sides. And if you put the cape on, the articulation is not really hindered either, because it doesn't get in the way of the shoulders. So, really articulate it. And I'm going to give my final thoughts about it in a minute. And overall, thoughts about this Mysterio action figure are, it is terrific. An incredible job by Hasbro. There's only been one other Mysterio really, and that was an old Toy Biz one, which Hasbro reissued years ago. I never liked that Toy Biz one. It never was quite good enough. There were issues with the yellow. It's not old school comic accurate, that yellow. That was a 1990s idea. This is how Mysterio should be, with the light green for the gauntlets and for the boots. So this is classic Mysterio. The unmasked head is just an illusion, because he actually has a face. They put it like a skull thing here. People might like it or they might not. I don't like the green version, which was the variant in the original run. I wanted to get this one, the whitehead version, because it looks better that way, I think, the overall interpretation. So you could either get that green-headed one or this white-headed one. I think this is the one that looks better personally. I really like those effect parts, the light green mist. You could put it on the boots, you could put it on the hands. That's one of his powers, is that mist to cover up and to try to disappear. That's one of his gadgets he uses. So it's really nice effect parts that they gave the action figure. And it's just an incredible sculpt, detailing, and just very comic accurate to the old school look of the character. It's the best Mysterio in Marvel Legends scale, without a question. If you need to get one version of the character, this is it. Fantastic, well done, and I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later.